following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Dude.
It was on the Zeppelin.
That's not the question I asked.
Well, you know, a lot of us have been asking questions and not getting answers, haven't we? So, kind of best friend are you? Closed door.
Thank God she's gone.
Probably a good thing you didn't look behind the desk. Only got enough time to put the top on.
Oh, I thought it went with one of those harnesses.
It's a unit.
That's used far more for those type of things than for...
I know the reference you're making.
Yes.
Yes, from Batman Animated. Medical restraints.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They are sold at a 24-to-1 ratio for not medical purposes. Svetlana stops and gets like some fresh tea bags and some sugar and some creamer and some lemon for the tea and coffee making facilities. I mean, after all, it is coming up on tea time.
Can't break tradition.
No, right. Well, I mean, you
basically.
do it all the time. You look at you. And she arrives back at the room that you are all in, playing games.
I harumph onto the bed with my arms crossed like this. Pouting.
I'll move across slightly so you fit. What's wrong?
Diana is pushed off onto the floor by you.
Diana, I'll help her out. Have my spot, just...
Oh, no, I could not.
Yes, please.
I would put the tea and coffee things away.
Camille said no. She's not giving any answers. She's being super cagey. She doesn't want... They don't want the rest of the world to know that we're still alive, so they want to keep that incognito for some reason. Also, apparently we don't have to wear these rags anymore. Diana,
What?
they changed their mind. We can just show up, not just
Oh,
show
I
up
know.
and rescue.
What?
They told me 2 days ago.
Then why are you still wearing them?
I don't have anywhere to go.
I'm going to go get changed.
Oh, no.
I do prefer
Chief,
clean
break
clothes.
everything that provided you with some snappy civilian clothes, including like a pressed shirt, a waistcoat, like a blazer, flared pinstripe pants.
Well, I will try this new style. Maybe it will suit me. And then once I get changed, I will return. Tell me, what do you think?
I think you need a new name.
Yes?
You're going to break some hearts with that.
Oh, Chief, break every heart. I like it. I'm not sure how I feel about the pants, but I think they will grow on me.
I hope they don't grow on you.
They already have. Look,
Oh, what the hell?
it's very wide at the bottom.
They keep getting bigger. And it's good to be in something that is clean and not made of rags.
You haven't been cleaning your rags?
I had nothing else to put on.
Yeah.
And they degraded every time I tried to wash them. I had very little to begin with. Thought it would not be pleasant.
It was your choice to put on even less. We had all that cloth to make stuff, which is why we have a bit more than we had to begin with. And you chose to have that little bit.
Well, let's just say I probably did terribly on my checks or something. I can make a tomahawk like a motherfucker. Clothes, not so much. That is woman's
How
work.
does a motherfucker make a clothes?
So that's what I was guessing is we're... KG didn't want to say, just won't say what they want us for.
I would outright denies that there's any real purpose for us. If you know what I mean.
That no one has a purpose for us.
I mean...
Is it coming through the room or...?
No, that was me trying to figure out what a button does.
Ah.
It just says beep.
Like a few days ago, she was all like, oh, there's... You know... There's some plans for you back in England, but didn't specify what, and now it's almost like she's like, don't know what's happening, I haven't made any plans for you. Who can say what happens when we arrive?
She doesn't have plans for us.
That's what she makes out.
But
So another
someone
does.
does.
yeah, someone does. I think
she's
she's...
not talking about it.
I think she's playing wordplay. Maybe she's a person of gathering information.
A person of gathering information.
So I think she's been having trouble sleeping.
What do you mean?
Well, normally she's all like pristine and like every button in the place, every
She wears buttons now?
all her uniform all smooth and proper, but she was like disheveled. Her hair was a little bit messy. She was a bit ruffled.
You get like that when you don't sleep properly.
Maybe she doesn't do well up in the sky.
Maybe you should be there to comfort her more often. The troubles she's
Probably
going
need
through.
someone close.
Yes,
I should visit her more often.
of course, of course.
He's like, I don't even have to torture her anymore. I've got Svetlana to do it for me.
She might just need someone in her life.
I mean, she's got Clive.
Isn't he the help?
Yeah, and the fiance.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, these guys did not know that.
What? Fiance.
Yeah, I noticed she had an engagement ring, and they're engaged to me. I'm going to be one of their bridesmaids.
Yes, I rolled a 16 on the die to realise that they weren't... She's not dishevelled, she's dishevelled.
16? Yes, you know what a fiancé is.
And what the two may have been getting up to.
Oh, it's a different roll. That's a presence check.
I got to a 20.
14.
Let's see. You're pretty clueless when it comes to this kind of things. I think that might raise the diffs up to, say, 15? What do you say? Maybe a 15? That's how it is. What do you think, Brenda? What do you think?
I think that is fair and reasonable.
Wow, what's with the bus?
You suck
I
up.
am not the only one who is using the bus tonight.
Wow, okay. Well, I guess that stands then. Shit. This is his fault.
Again.
Again.
But is a 20 enough?
Let's see, you're a lot less not unclued in on that. I think you're... Well, I did say 15 just now, didn't I?
Yeah.
But that was for him, and therefore yeah, okay.
Well, you may need to spend more time in her presence. You should give her an hour, maybe 2, before you go back.
Ow.
I'm kind of annoyed at her right now, so I don't want to go back. She doesn't deserve my presence.
Wow. That is certainly a thing to say.
I love how Sophie's completely oblivious as to how annoying she is.
Well, I am sure she is just doing her job.
Does she have to be so smug about it?
Huh. I only just noticed it looks like a bat.
I mean, it's like she was enjoying not being able to give me answers, and then she tried to hide it.
You know what the best thing is, Clive? That she wanted to know things, and I'm under no obligation to tell her. Yes. Oh, sorry, right. We were...
God.
no.
Distract her
Refusing
from her
Soviet
duty.
things makes Camille hot.
That's exactly what it was!
We were holding hands, twice. And I should like to resume, if that's at all possible. Impertinent lout.
I think that's why he's winding her up, because it's the angry sex.
I'm sure all will be revealed once we make it back to safety. Until then, we should always be ready. Not just for what they may have in store for us, but of course for the Red Banner, should they find us again.
Oh, I hope not, but I don't know how long we've got.
And I feel these airmen have had enough problems with the Red Banner. I would not like to draw them into another conflict.
The door slams open.
Oh,
Behind you. Gee, crap.
You're
Boy,
right.
I don't know why it never occurred to me to check your room. I've been all over this ship. Well, all the green areas they let us go.
oh yes, we have been here.
Yes,
Mostly.
there's not many, there's not much green areas either.
Right. I'll just sit over here by the door and make sure you're all guarded. Keep my beady little eyes locked on you all the time.
This is wise. There could always be more spies.
Sorry, it's the teeth, isn't it?
Have they actually caught the cobbler yet?
I have not heard. Oh,
Well, I don't know, but my shoes are great. They've never been better.
then I would imagine they have not. But it is nice to have new clothes.
One thing Camille did let slip, or at least admit, was that we're approaching German-occupied Europe.
Ah,
So, Germany.
Well, and some of the places Germany's conquered, which I suppose they call Germany now.
perhaps this is why we cannot send a message. If it were to be intercepted, who knows? The
Well,
Red
that
Banner
was our-
could find
that
us
was
that
our claim,
much
but-
faster.
We weren't able to see one beforehand though either, so it's just convenient now.
And the closer we are to Germany,
I don't think she wants the American government to know we, or more specifically you, are still okay and
That
also
makes sense.
in their custody.
Yeah, that's logical.
That's the weird thing. I can kind of understand it from a certain point of view if they've got
Is
some special.
the senator still on board? I haven't seen him.
Yep. Sure is.
Being
You want to go see him? He's not too far away.
it's maybe wise.
You're making me uncomfortable with your staring.
Sorry, I just realized that your lovely valley there holds ice cream in it too. Judging from the spoon.
Yes.
A rather surprising amount of
Sorry, it's
Do
distracting.
you even eat ice cream?
I wish I could. Can't metabolize it. Also can't taste it.
Oh,
Unfortunate.
I feel more sorry for you than anybody else in the world right now.
Yay, pity. That's the same as friendship. I'm gonna go. I'm making things awkward just by staring at all the meat around here. Hey, nice
You don't-
pants.
You don't need to
No
go.
problem.
Nice shirt.
I am quite fond of it.
Hey, I didn't realize you were so dapper.
I hope they let me keep it. Would you like to go for a walk?
Sure.
I could use some.
Let me get my leash and collar.
Do not think you need those for a shock, I say as I go out after.
What's with that look?
Do you think those two?
I mean, he'd probably turn into a half shark man and then they could be happy. Or he might turn into half a dolphin and then she'd eat him.
I know this is a really bad question, but which half?
First one, then the other. Yes.
I have a fondness for that shark hussy.
There we go. That's a sentence that is forever on recording now.
Oh shit!
Oh,
We're having to hear that.
As host, I feel slightly responsible for Brandon's continued breathing.
oh no.
We could see what the what rights the senator's being allowed. He's not the hero of the people. Has he been able to send information home?
I guess we could see if we're even allowed to talk with him. I mean, you might be out of. Oh! Out of all of us, you'd probably be the most likely to be able to talk to him.
Indeed.
Yes, I should make my way there.
And you do. And you arrive. There's a naval officer standing up front. MP. Alright. How can I help you, son?
I've come to talk to the gentleman.
Oh, I see. Do you have an appointment to vouchsafe with me that time with him?
I didn't know I had to make an appointment.
You do not? I'm just asking if you do have one.
I don't have one.
Well, then you can go inside, sir.
Thank you.
Of course. Do not let me detain you any further upon the accompaniments of your journey.
Thank you. Good day. I'll head in.
Well, does no one knock anymore?
I did knock, but he...
Not long until England now, I guess.
No. I don't know how far we are. How are you doing, sir?
Well enough, well enough.
Have they let you send a message home?
Of course not.
That's concerning. They haven't let us send messages either.
Why would they?
Because they're allied with us.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't they allow us to let our family and friends know that we're alive?
Why would they? How does that knowledge help them any further? And what possible downsides could there be?
And that's what I'm afraid of, that they've got a plan for us, for all of us.
Son, I can't believe you're this dumb.
What do you mean?
Who are you?
I'm Xander Magruder.
Right. What have you done recently?
I've been captured by King Commander.
Before that?
I was at a video game tournament.
Before that?
I spoke to the Senate about video games and the...
Right. And who, what faction would you say, is big head up against you because of that?
that would be the Clinton faction.
And who could exploit their international connections with many of our allies to harm you, should it become known to them that you are, shall we say, temporarily a sit and duck target. Maybe leverage could be brought to bear on our noble and gracious hosts to do the politically expedient thing. Maybe them keeping you on the hush is them helping you out because they can read the political situation better than you can. It is no secret you have a big enemy.
Yes.
Now, as for your friends, if they were known to be back, one could assume that an astute maneuverer could put 2 and 2 together and come up with Xander Magruder.
I didn't realize her reach was that far, though. That's...
You have no idea of the kind of contacts that woman has.
All I know is she's not what she looks like. She's
A Cylon? Yeah, I thought so.
no snake person.
Oh, really? They're snake people? That's
Yes.
ridiculous.
No. It even there's an article if you previously.
I've only got this one copy of the paper. I'm finished. You can have it.
Oh, thank you. There was an article stating that. Well,
You know, son,
from her.
I think you and I can help each other out once things settle out and we are returned to the States. No, I know. I'm just a humble senator from a humble little state.
Also, you're against my policy as well.
Well, the political landscape is one of change and adaptation. The favors are traded quite often. And believe me, son, you are going to need people in your corner. I'm not saying I'm it, but I know people. I can help you, and I'm willing to do so. Shit, I might just anyway. But there's some things that just can't be stopped right now.
The current theme of what papers we've been reading has been going, we can't stop the Clinton administration at this moment.
Yes. You know, I heard she's going to be running for president.
How?
Secretly, probably.
But
like how it's done. Now, I know you don't like that.
well, no. Is it even legal? Is it even legal for her to do that if she's contested to be a snake person, half snake person?
Well, you see, here's the interesting thing. There is nowhere in our senatorial or presidential, shall I say this, documentation that says one must be a human being. Only that one must be born in America and over the age of 35, which I think we can agree she has long since passed.
But that would mean...
Oh, and of course you must be a citizen.
Citizen, yes. And which would be interesting is how would she be a citizen if she's a snake person?
I don't know. Racial equity? Ibram X. Kendi, that sort of thing? I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert on that sort of thing.
Neither am I.
I knew it. I knew you'd be interested. A great game.
I'm not. I just would like fairness for everyone.
And what better way to get it? Now, son, I have a copy of Wicked City right here. Now, it's important to note that the voice actors for this here cartoon were mother and son. Yeah, it's a true fact. Obviously, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I can see you trying to be like, how do I play this off? How do I pillowcase this? Oh, there's the edge of your seat. I'm right on it.
Edge is back. As I said, I don't know. I just never considered even going into politics. I never thought all I wanted to do was help my friends from being imprisoned.
Well, then what they're going to need is a constitutionally savvy advocate. Probably some kind of high-powered lawyer. Expensive, pricey kind.
It's if they can get to a lawyer if they're being held without consultation.
Indeed. Well, I think we've made some progress today.
Thank you. Hopefully it shouldn't be too far away. How are your friends faring?
Well, I think they're enjoying their time not being cooped up in that their Zeppelin, even though they're cooped up on this here aircraft carrier.
Less electricity.
What?
The shocking seat that she was using.
Oh,
She
dear.
use that on you?
No, sir, they did not.
One of your friends must have they did definitely mention that it used in the seat.
I will have to ask them some questions.
That's-
They have not mentioned anything about that.
That's unfortunate because I saw what it did to Diana and that was not nice.
Oh, yes, you're a friend. What was her name again? Diana,
Diana, yes.
I see. Probably one of those unpronounceable Nipponese names.
Quite likely, yes.
Quite likely, yes. You need to get better at that, son. You're a terrible liar. No rolls and all that. Well, don't let me detain you.
Thank you. I'll head out. Head back to the room.
So anyway, how you doing?
Quite well.
Why are we taking a walk? Is it just to get me out of the room so that your friends stop sweating profusely?
You were already going to leave the room. I just thought you might not want to be alone.
I'm used to it.
Yes, well, no one should be used to being alone forever.
I can't stay away too long. Every time I'm far away from him, Xander Magruder ends up getting kidnapped or foiled or shot out of a cannon into the sun or something.
I have not seen that last one happen.
Give it time.
Yes, I am sure we will have to fend that off. Well, if you cannot be inside the room all the time, then maybe you could take up post outside. And I could be your man on the inside. We could work together, you and I.
Now, why would you be conspiring against your friend?
I am in fact conspiring to protect him. For you know what I am now, and when we are returned home, I would like a shoe-in at safety, for I helped bring about the safety of Xander Magruder, hero of the people, Roll's deception. Got one better than the number that would have got me a reroll. I get 18.
Too bad. I got 12.
And so this serves a second function. I do protect a friend, as he has become a friend in our time on the island, and at the video game convention.
Yeah, that terrorist meeting thing.
So they say. I do not believe that is true.
I don't know. The brown-haired guy said, how come there were no archaeologists there? And he raises a good point.
He does. I'm not sure why it was named such. I believe there was a sequel to a previous event, but that still does not answer the question.
Maybe we should grill them over it. That ice cream breast girl said that there was that she was the organizer of that thing.
Yes, I do believe it was so, and she
We
helped.
should go back and grill them about it right now. I need to know.
Of course.
You there! Archaeologist convention. Why no archaeologists?
Because it's a name.
So's cum gurgle bumfuck, but you didn't call it that.
It was just what it ended up getting called
That's not an answer.
to make it sound more legitimate than it was.
So you admit it was a terrorist meeting?
No terrorist meeting, it was just a meeting for a bunch of nerds to
Why
get
couldn't you
together.
just call it that then?
What? That's a bit cumbersome, isn't it?
Like
A meeting-
NerdCon or something.
Nerdcon.
Well, because you see, the original place where we did the first one was didn't think that it was prestigious enough for a nerd convention, so we falsely listed it as an archaeologist convention so that they would actually take us.
You falsified bookings.
Proud.
I didn't even know you could do that.
We also didn't have a geek thing that night either. That was
Entirely something else.
The first one was a complete front, yes.
and it was actually it was an archaeologist convention.
There was also an archaeologist convention in the same building, in the
Yeah.
same tower at the same time.
Well, there was archaeologist prison.
Yeah. Suppose it's an answer.
And it kind of just stuck.
Oh, hey, newspapers, thanks.
I've just brought these.
Perfect. It is good to get something fresh to read. And I do so love the free press. The truth shall make ye him blues. Flimbloons.
Flimbloons.
Oh, the Flimbloons. I
Yeah.
remember those.
Yeah, it's the font almost makes it look like the F and the L or an H, but yes.
Yeah. Oh, peanut caramel.
Why does it do that? Yes, I can read it from here. It's big enough. Why do I didn't know that existed.
Do you want some?
Yes, I do. Thank you. But don't you want the rest of it?
Probably relying on your diabetes, meaning you're only going to take a small amount.
Or you'll die before you get to the end.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually pretty well made, so I can pretty much eat what I want, so long as I remember I've done that and just crack off. Weirdly, it breaks better than regular chocolate.
It does.
Huh?
Look at that, it's precise.
Oh, because
and
it's got wafers in it, is it?
No.
No? Okay.
Huh?
I forgot I had a box of
Thank you.
these.
Try some too.
Oh, no, I'm all good.
I would like to.
Yours diabetes.
Hey, that's good. That is good.
If it was salted caramel,
Oh,
it would just,
Americans love that shit, and I have no idea why.
but it would just push it over.
Yeah. No, it actually works really well.
Illegal street races endanger children. By Biff Chetson. The street racing scene has come a long way over the last few decades. But one thing has not changed. The danger level. It is high. Not just to the racers, but those who might get in the way of races. I feel this is true of all racing. This comes to prominence after an evening racer clipped a small child in Chesterfield, sending him to the hospital. The new breed of racers aren't just pushing the limits of themselves and their machines, they're also seemingly attacking one another. Guns, mutant powers, anything goes in the new extreme races. The youth are engaging in, getting out their machines with armor and weapons in a bid to prove who is fastest. It goes without saying that while the extreme races are awesome and cool, they are bad. Dangerous speeds, in weaponized vehicles, the winner getting the pink slip of the losing vehicle. With mutants getting increasingly involved, it is only a matter of time before innocents start dying. If only someone would break up this dangerous, sexy race syndicate.
You're Roxanne's team.
I thought they were the races.
Yeah, because we're us stopping
We
it
are
to
the
us all
racists.
individually. We are the racists.
Tom's the biggest racist, best racist I've ever seen.
No one's more racist.
No one's a
than
better
him.
racist than Tom.
Why? Why are you glaring at me, Alvin?
Tom's not glaring at me. He don't
I'm
care.
just saying, I wish I was as good racist like him.
Ran over so many niggas that day.
No, that's so perfect.
Naughty players read ahead in a cunning trap. I think I remember this one originally. Kathy Baxter. Handsome GMs everywhere have trapped players into disobeying the simplest instructions in cunning traps. By simple use of a picture, a GM can trap players into reading handouts early. They then immediately bait other players into following them into breaking the rules without reading ahead.
We've definitely done that before.
This is the picture I used.
all
Obviously,
did.
this article is non-canon.
Oh no. Detective Peer Missing by Kathy Baxter. Bizarre Hat Boy Alexander Hamilton Purcell and girlfriend Babette Renaud have been missing for over a week, whilst on a school trip. Local junior detective Peer have failed to make 3 scheduled calls home, causing alarm on the part of parents and teachers. Alex is in trouble. I know it. If only someone would find him. I know he would have left clues, his mother said. Earnestly, holy crap, he's missing? I just thought those two were shacking up, their teacher said. If Babette was foolish enough to get caught and killed, then that just means we need to teach the next child better, Mrs. Renaud perplexingly said. But this may have been a typo. Between puffs on her cigarette holder. Either way, the 2 detective kids have gone, leaving the snooty sleuths uncontested in the junior investigating scene.
Vanguard² deployed on top secret mission. By Buddy Flash Gibson. Vanguard squads are the elite units of America, uncompromising and awesome. Their actions are kept secret and the results undisclosed, which is why getting information on their movements is so special. But Vanguard² The one with super sexy minute waifu, Helena 6-1 in it, has been dispatched to Arkham County, Massachusetts, to investigate reports of alien invaders. Reporters are currently flocking there to catch reports of a Vanguard team in action firsthand. Not us, though. We don't have the money. Happiness is a rotating Gatling cannon firing 700... Is it 700 or 7.2? 52 millimeter uranium depleted rounds, full metal jacket rounds. Elite military unit Vanguard 2 member.
There's 2 in that page, isn't there? The gun.
Touché.
There are more than 2 genders by Alona. Oh, no. Mountain View, California, in a darkened room labeled 101 deep within Oogle's Mountain View headquarters. Pardon. An outed conservative employee was forced to say there are more than 2 genders after a long period of torture. The man was tortured for hours, arguing the objective reality of 2 genders, being told he was mentally deranged and suffering from a defective worldview, before finally giving in. Do you remember writing in an email that there are only 2 genders? He was asked while strapped to a table. What if Oogle says there are 3? How can I help it? How can I help but see what is in front of my eyes? 2 genders, 2 genders, the man cried through tears as the torturer, an Oogle project lead, held up a picture of a man and a woman according to surveillance footage. Sometimes there are 2, sometimes there are 3, sometimes there are any number of them at once. You must try harder. It is not easy to become sane. The project lead replied coldly before administering another round of electric shocks into the man's brains. Freedom. The freedom is the freedom to say there are only 2 genders, the man said with great pain through blackened eyes and bleeding lips. But how do we know there are only 2 genders? Or how the force of gravity works? Or that the past is unchangeable? If both the past and the external world exist only on Oogle's servers, and if the mind itself is controllable, what then? The Oogle official said as he methodically broke the man's will in an attempt to get him to confess that there are any number of genders Oogle wanted there to be. Fine. There are more than 2 genders. There are however many genders you want there to be. Just make the pain stop. The man screamed after a final round of torture, witnesses claim. The man was then left to himself in isolation for a long period of time. According to sources, he gazed up at the enormous Oogle logo on the wall, muttering that it had taken him 20 years to finally understand the brilliance of the search engine, advertising and technology company. But he later claimed it was all right. Everything was all right. The struggle was finished. He had won the victory over himself. He loved Oogle.
Case of Lost Art Found by Kay Lindemann. The art of Anna Bradford has terrified and enraptured those who viewed it for decades. Little of the once highly sought-after prizes remain. Some say none. Misfortune and disaster follows those who owned any of it, but now a new case of her art has been uncovered in a newly discovered basement in her again newly discovered home on Darkwater Island. According to our sources, a team of investigators found the case while tracking down the artist as a part of a related investigation. The ownership of the case is in dispute, and so it will be moved to Miskatonic University for safekeeping. The case is being claimed by Bradford College and Jericho Bradford, stupid idiot, no, a relation of Anna's. Both sides are gearing up for what will no doubt be a long legal battle, and nothing else.
I am sure nothing horrific will happen as a result of these actions.
Turns out no. Moving on.
Couple finishes easy 1 hour DIY by E. Morgan. Local couple Noah and Ashley Mullins finished a simple 1 hour home improvement project today, a mere 4 years after they started. Totally worth it, said Mrs. Mullins as she triumphantly sipped RO-filtered water. Sure, we haven't been able to use the kitchen sink since 2018, and yes, we did flood the house twice. But it all really adds to the sense of accomplishment that we did the whole thing ourselves. Mr. Mullins reportedly made 243 separate trips to Lowe's related to the project, although sources say a large portion of those trips occurred when his in-laws were in town. We got inspired by this video showing us all the nasty things in our water and what a reverse osmosis system could filter out, said Mr. Mullins. Everybody we watched online that day said you could install the system yourself with a few simple tools in 1 hour of free time. 2 kids and a new puppy later, we finally finished it. The seemingly simple installation quickly went awry when Mr. Mullins stripped the screw on the tubing before breaking the valve on the water supply line. He had attempted a few jerry-rigged fixes, which somehow led to a rupture of several underground pipes. After ripping out the flooring and replacing the pipes, he actually did successfully install an RO system, but Mr. Mullins said the water tasted limey. Mr. Mullins dutifully removed it, causing the faucet to explode, and ordered a new one. That system sat for several months on a ship outside the port of Los Angeles. At last, 1,460 days after the first attempt, the Mullins proudly drank the crisp, refreshing taste of victory. At publishing time, Mr. Mullins had reportedly gotten a call from his boss that they will be relocating to Memphis and must sell their house immediately.
They've probably still got their bathroom door replaced and then you lot put on it faster than we have, so... Grendel Strikes Again by Albus Potnigger. Brendan's favourite.
Yes.
I thought his favourite was Anita Poundby.
Or Alona. Oh, wait, no, that's Skinwalker's favourite.
They are all my favourites.
Global Security
He's a big
Solutions have run afoul of the enigmatic Grendel, this time employed to safeguard visiting French technological genius Francois Dupape Commodus from Magic. Well, SS agents did drive Grendel off. The visiting French inventor was injured and must delay his work while being checked into hospital. There are some fears he might be attacked again, as the hospital will not allow NSS agents inside, as they might impair the functioning of the hospitals, or that their weapons may cause an imbalance of the bodily humours. New reached out to Dr. Sidonion, who could only comment that he was deeply concerned. I'm deeply concerned. Dwight Masterton has offered to use the Pterodino Man to guard the visiting expert, but was also rejected. His last comment, "You'll regret this."
Oh, well, it's going to be an interesting article in the next one.
No. Well, there you are. And you may consider yourselves newsed.
We have been newsed.
It's very amusing.
So I had a chat with the senator.
Oh.
He believes that we might be being held more to protect myself due to the political scope that's going on at the moment in America with my
The Clintons.
yes political enemy at the moment. Because from what he said, she has far reach in the foreign sector.
Of course she does.
I also asked about her being able to be in politics due to the snake condition. There's actually nothing in the Constitution that says she can't even run for president.
Well, she was still born in America even as a snake person.
Born in America, as long as she's born in America and is a citizen and over the age of 35. 34,
Wait
sorry.
a minute.
Actually, he's not correct about that. When they altered the qualifications for president to basically include the phrase citizen, they neglected to write in that bit. So you could have a 12-year-old run.
Yes, but I don't know that.
Does the Constitution literally say the person has to be born in America? Is that the term that it uses? Born in America?
I don't know.
Because if she came out of an egg, she was never given birth to.
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't.
I am not sure what the legal definition of birth is.
I don't know.
Perhaps when the egg is birthed, that is what counts.
Can't wait for the next article in Concurrent Time Plow. That constitutional amendment made to replace the word "born in America" with "hatched."
Specifically, yes. Now only snake
The
people.
bipartisan bill. which usually means a bunch of phony Republicans that were really Democrats all along, who only ever vote with Democrats and yet somehow call themselves Republicans.
But essentially, we've just sit and wait.
I mean, the English are good people, right?
I feel like I'm going to regret
Is
this.
Diana playing on...
She was just perfecting Xander's inactive character. I got a 7.
8.
Plus all of her stuff.
Word.
At least you are not playing alone now.
I am used to.
Well, we can undo that.
Sorry.
What? What?
Trying to use the distraction to...
24.
37.
Oh, I felt I was doing better. But that was only for about 2 seconds before you got me into that long string of combos.
She also has a 20 in it.
Yeah, it's just
Diana,
20.
Diana plays a fight in the streets in her sleep. So's the, Did the senator try and senator you?
Yes.
Nah. American scumbag politicians.
But you're American.
Why you keep
I'm
doing
sorry.
that sound when you say that? What is wrong with being an American?
Fight for the rights of every man. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, da,
But I'm not a
ba,
scumbag
ba.
politician.
That's what we're talking about now.
Are all politicians scumbags?
Probably.
Oh.
Does seem like a redundant addition.
We should have just called it politician.
Either that or we should get rid of the term politician and just call them all scumbags.
I do not think that would be appropriate around children.
And there would be a crossover with scumbags who are not politicians.
Yeah. Like gangster scumbags?
Yes. Exactly the type I was thinking of.
And literal bags that hold scum?
Or the scumbags that get the pizza to you, but it's half an hour late and cold.
I see what you're doing here, Svetlana.
You do?
Yeah, you won't answer
Natural
the question.
20.
What's wrong with me being called an American?
Yes.
I also got a natural 20, but then her number wins.
The number just went.
Because Americans are bullies.
Which is not all of us.
I think they're so big.
They are.
And they treat the Russians like crap.
For good reason.
I didn't do anything to them.
Not the Russians. They're the evil ones behind the Iron Curtain. They are enemies and bad. And communism does not work.
I'm starting to realise that.
I am sorry. I did not mean to offend you. Can you ever forgive me?
Of course I can. You didn't,
But
you
why
didn't
would
really
you?
offend me at all, that much. Are you okay?
With the 19 and the dice, I'm very good.
Crap.
Nat 20, come on, Nat 20. Nat 20.
But you're not playing!
I think she went for
I thought she was like overriding
No, she's
my
not
ability.
being deceptive.
Oh.
I rolled gaming.
She's really good, okay.
She's barely even paying attention and she's kicking my ass.
Oh. Sorry. I will pay more attention.
Well, besides, this is the Svetlana that you can criticize communism beside. It is the other real Svetlana that will attack you for it.
The real Svetlana. Yes, you spend much time with her. When
It's
you
not
have a
real
gaming life.
Svetlana, I am!
And
That
those
is,
are talking. So, I noticed that you both walk away from the video game and spend much time together. Perhaps you are interested in more than just pixels and bits.
She is a lovely person to spend time with.
You know what you must do. You must write her a poem and go out into the mountains late at night. There, you will gaze upon the stars and say something that sounds very meaningful but actually mean nothing.
I am very good at that. It is a skill my people have honed for generations.
Then you must knock her on the back of the head and drag her back to your teepee.
I see you are of the traditional.
No, you can't do that nowadays.
Oh,
yes.
no, you can. It happened to me earlier. Just boom, and away you go. Then you wake up in another place. Who can say?
Their clubs seem very effective for...
Perhaps they will tell you where they buy them. Or perhaps you should craft your own traditionally. From the native... Oh, I don't know what you use. Buffalo of your people.
Oh, the horn of the buffalo has the bonking club. Real Svetlana is quite durable, though. I would need quite a large club.
Durable, you say?
Yes. One time she fought a bear, barehanded.
What?
Bare hands. Yes, she fought a bear.
She fought a bear.
Yes. Much like the time I drop-kicked a buffalo. But hers was with a bear, of course.
She drop-kicked the bear?
I believe she wrestled the bear.
Oh.
The bear didn't happen to be a big Russian mutant, did it?
Did I get to 24? I did not ask. That had not occurred to me.
It's a draw.
Oh. I did not expect that. 18. And now I am put in my place.
Do you want to call out Diablo while you're at it? Because it's gone real well for people who've done that. Like, seriously, wrestling Hot Rod never recovered. He has never been able to win matches like he used to.
Him. That was hilarious, though.
You don't even know. This motherfucker called out. He was talking smack about wrestling Diablo. And Hot Rod's just like, yeah, fuck that guy. He's just like, alright, I'll book the match then.
He got wrecked.
He got folded. Literally. So, I'm sorry. We were talking about America
Oh, not
before we were distracted by real Svetlana. What?
Why can't two people have the same name?
They can.
Then why do they keep calling it?
That
Why
is her
is she
claim.
more real than me?
But you're not. You're both real.
That is what
Exactly.
she said. She said she was the real Svetlana. Therefore, I call her the real Svetlana. And she has dibs.
But perhaps we should not make this Svetlana very
Oh,
angry.
the one who's not real.
Stroke may have gone too far.
You're as bad as the real Svet.
No, you are doing it.
Well, she does call herself that.
Yes, she does.
The other Svetlana. The one who's so proud to be Russian because she's the only Russian who's come through the Iron Curtain.
That is not true.
Well, in the last so many years.
Oh,
Ish.
of course.
She's proud of a great many things.
That is interesting. She's the only one that's come through.
So is her claim, but she's probably lying to hide other Russians who are sneaking into America.
Your uncle came through. Remember?
Got a 1.
Yeah, he comes through all the time, but I'm not talking about him.
Perhaps you would be better off playing against a much lesser opponent. Hands controller to Xander.
Oh!
What do you mean? What? Sorry.
Shots fired, and you're not even playing a shoot 'em up.
Of course, he was paying no attention whatsoever. I am used to this.
What do you mean?
It is your turn.
I feel like I've missed something that was really important while talking to you.
I think Diana just wants more attention from you.
I'm right here.
Women are like
That's
this.
why I was whispering it to him as a side. Do I need to make a stealth whisper?
Yes!
roll? Okay.
Oh, why am I rolling? You're playing.
Yeah.
Stealth.
I only got a 14. You're going to kick my ass.
15.
I only got a 6.
Plus your bonuses.
Plus, you get 20 in the skill, so 26, but you reported 6, so you win.
Oh, women on the mind has him distracted. I shall capitalize.
Why would that be the case?
I will remain silent. I feel it is not my place.
I fear now I am the butt of your humor joke.
Ah,
But I am not Russian, so I have nothing to worry about. Just like Svetlana here.
Yes, I'm not Russian. I wasn't born there. I was born in the Kubishevsky district.
I think you will find that this is only because you do not understand the philosophy of belonging. It is not a matter of blood and being born in a geographic location that makes you culturally belong to a group. You can take 2 Pakistani people and they can have a child in the middle of London, and it does not make that child British or English intrinsically, in the same way that you can take 2 Russian parents who are culturally Russian and they have a daughter in the middle of America, or it's actually slightly southwest of the middle of America, and raise her culturally Russian does not, even though she is born in the geographic location, make her culturally American. I'm sorry, I am speaking out of turn.
No.
You're just quite smart.
Xander uses this opportunity.
14 again.
22.
There we go.
I'll not die. See, there's no winning. Yeah, Xander's crushing you flat with a merciless machine-like precision. It's almost like he's got this personal vendetta.
Probably against Wakan, I do go a bit harder than I would to the average person, only because of the amount of times that he's done something just to go against, just because he wanted to.
What would poor innocent Wakan have done to you?
Diana crouches over the game console and changes the game out randomly.
Mid-game.
No, at the end of their... Ah, cool. Grand Prix for F1 GP.
Ah, perfect.
Oh, God, no.
Now I must roll poorly. 17. I
30.
promise to remain on the track this
35. It's still on the track.
time. See?
Too slow!
See, if you turn around and crash
Half of
into
the table's not going to get that.
I have no idea. If I drive the correct way around the track, he beats me. If I go the other way, it takes him longer to beat me.
How?
Oh, because it takes you longer to do your laps, because I keep crashing into you.
Wait, do you do that on purpose?
Yes.
Dick.
So I agree. This came after a long night of getting exploded by the little blue spider. I am not proud, but at the same time, I find it funny.
Oh, he'd run into a room and just drop the grenade. Like other people do.
Well, I will return to my room.
If you feel you must.
Are you tired?
Yes.
I'll catch you in the morning.
Should you need anything, just call out.
I could bring you some tea later if you want.
That will not be necessary, thank you. Now, the friends are alone without the outsider.
The outsiders.
So you can immediately elbow Xander and go, "She likes you, you dummy."
I know, I just don't know what to do.
Your inaction hurts her.
I don't.
Do we immediately both turn
I'm sorry.
off?
It's like weirdly Svetlana's the only person in the room with a successful actual relationship with a human being.
Yeah. I don't know how to interact. I mean, it took me.
Do you like her?
Yes, it took me long enough to even with
You
Ultra
just
Girl.
say, how do you do, fine maiden? Would you like to go to the function with me? We will do the dance of our people.
Anyway, would you say?
Do I need to go to the Camille and get you to a room alone with a little table and chair and the single rows on it so you can have dinner together or something? Or
Oh, that's insipid.
I
That's
don't
exactly
know what she likes. I know she loves video games, and
That didn't go
we
well.
do like to build.
She
We built
enjoys
this.
technology.
Yes.
And she does enjoy to joke, but then sometimes she takes things to heart. It is difficult to get a read on her sometimes.
It's hard.
Because she's inscrutable.
It's hard because again her culture's different to
Mustache.
ours as well. So
where are the video games? Are they around here somewhere?
they're all over there.
I'll start pouring through the video games. I'm looking for something that's co-op instead of versus.
I was,
Good luck.
it was only Halo that was co-op.
Yeah, Halo co-op.
Yeah, co-optional.
Co-optional. Jinnabane killed that pretty hard.
Because earlier Mortal Kombat or Mortal Kombat doesn't have the tag
Nope.
function.
Yeah, it seems weird to me that they would include that.
There wouldn't be much else.
I'm trying to think of something absolutely fucking insipid.
Because Minecraft doesn't exist yet.
No,
so-
it doesn't. And therefore neither does Roblox.
Well, we could make them start a little Sims family together.
No,
But
because
Sims isn't actually multiplayer.
and-
No,
no,
it actually isn't.
and if
But
you play Sims 1, that was horrendous for everything just going on fire and dying. There was just
Yeah, it was The Sims.
It was The
doesn't
Sims.
do that. It's not The Sims.
Yeah.
At least it had stuff. And had pools.
Pools. Well, you didn't have to pay $100 to get pools.